So I'm gonna be home the next couple of days, dog sitting by myself, and I'm gonna use some window units instead of the central. This one here has had some issues. I'll get into that shortly, but it was 73 when I left. It's 73 still. In the bedroom, I got the Keystone, which this has kind of always been here. At least it was last year. Let's turn this fan on and get some of the cold air out of the bedroom. And I'm going to put a box fan probably there blowing over to this area. The bedroom's nice and cool though. Out here, it's a bit of a different story. This is the 5,000 BTU Kenmore made by Whirlpool. I had this unit. I had it apart and cleaned it up, and it was running fine. The fan motor was doing good, but when I first broke it out today, the fan motor was seized. I didn't have any oil here, and I didn't want to get the case out. By the time I had the thing already set up in the window, so I couldn't really tear it apart necessarily and get it working. So, kind of gave me some issues, I would say. But as of right now, the whole thing has been kind of put back together and it's working again. Fan motor stalled out on it once when it kicked off while I was gone, so I came back and the compressor was just running. Fan motor was stalled out, so that was kind of scary. The unit was really hot on the outside, cold on the inside, had ice build up all over the coil. Just wasn't doing fine. But as of right now, I got it cleaned up. It's running now. Another thing I didn't notice is this thing doesn't have a drain hole on it. So the whole back pan of the air conditioner is just going to be full of water. And it's going to corrode. You can see the water in there. So I'm going to take this thing out anyway. I'm going to take it apart, oil the motor. And while I have the part oiling the motor, I am going to drill a hole in the bottom of this so it drains all the water out. And that should hopefully be a lot better, or it'll fix itself or something. This unit, on the other hand, this one's working just fine. It's also sloshing water. It has a drain hole right here, which it's not really wet yet, but it's kind of raised up into the unit. Got some nice condensate going on this. I don't think this one has actually shut off at all. I know the other one probably cycled a little bit because it does that. To keep itself from freezing up and overheating. But this one here is doing just fine. And this is a plastic base pan, so I'm not really too worried about this one rotting out with water drowned in there. But I am worried about the coils corroding, so I'm still probably going to drill a hole in that one as well. I did use it all these years and it's still not giving me a problem. The coils still look brand new on the inside, so I don't know. It's not really a priority. I'm more worried about this one because I know the coils on these corrode really bad. So this one I'm more worried about getting fixed. I have a Carry Cool, which is actually, here's some of the pieces for it. I'm gonna bring them inside. And that thing had a locked up fan motor. I took that apart to get the motor unlocked and noticed that the whole entire unit was dirty. Didn't want to take the hose out that I have over here because it's a lot of work. So took it to my father's house and I have it washed out. It's all dry, so I'm going to go pick it up and bring it back over here and use it. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll just bring this inside. But Carry Cool, most likely, as soon as I get that back over here, I'm going to get the Carry Cool reassembled. It's going in this room while that unit there gets worked on back here. Keystone will stay in for the time being because that one works perfectly fine and it doesn't have any issues. So no problems there. Just odd because the vintage units are giving me more issues than the modern units, which that never happens. I'm always having issues with the new stuff. So I guess maybe these old units are wearing out, or just needs oiled. Because I don't think I even put oil in it the last time I had this one apart. So we'll figure this out. there'll be an update in the next video. It's kind of tight over here, so I can't really stand back and get a good view of the camera, but here's the keystone running. I'm not sure, I just have it kind of set at its highest setting to see what it will do. It's running, so that's a good thing. That's a cough. Out here, I brought the carry coal back over, and this is now installed, and it's working very well. I'll show you the Kenmore shortly. Go outside first and check on everything. It's staying at 72, so I'm not sure. These units will probably have a hard time keeping up. I brought that Sharp over here, which I'll talk about a bit shortly. But this unit is running and condensating. So, it's definitely working the way it's supposed to. And this unit over here is still going. It's not started to make a condensate puddle yet, but it is sloshing water. Still kind of debating on drilling a drain hole in this unit, but I believe as of right now I'm not going to. So that's happening. This Sharp here, this is going to a friend's house. This was actually their unit, but I'm thinking of giving it back to them after this test. But tomorrow afternoon around this time, when my mom leaves for vacation and I get this house to myself, this unit's going in probably the far window, and we'll get some tests of this unit here. And this one does fit, and I have a feeling this thing will be very capable of doing the living room. I wanted to do the big GE, but that one's way too big. Plus, it's not even really been cleaned up yet, but I got this whole entire unit there cleaned in one day, and the Kenmore's taken apart, which I'll show right now. Feels great in here. No humidity. It's kind of humid out today. I think we had a high of 85. It's about 82 right now. So it's starting to cool off. And I think in about an hour from now, I'm going to remove the units. So here's the Kenmore. One of the issues I was having with this one was it was sloshing water. It's actually now kind of cool out here, so I can work on this unit now. But right there is a drain hole. So I drilled a drain hole in there, so this thing won't slosh water anymore. And you can see corrosion's not that bad. But what is bad is the rust. We have some rust right there, have rust along there. Like, this is like all really bad. It's just not that good. Got oil ports on this motor, so I'm able to get it to work in there. I'm gonna discharge that capacitor or something to keep anything stupid from happening while this is being repaired or anything. So, then we're going to pull off the oil ports on the motor. I have some zoom spout over here, I think, and we'll put some zoom spout in there. And hopefully I'll never have to service this ever again. And here's a look at that Matsushita rotary. Oh, it does have a label on it. See, I thought this compressor didn't have a label on it, but it does. Another issue I was having was with this control panel. I think there was some foam. There's two foam strips back here. that would keep the control panel kind of outward like this, so it was flush with the panel on the inside. But those are gone, so it just kind of fell into the inside of the case, which isn't really that nice. So what I'm needed something to keep that locked there, so I found this, which is a cap for, looks like oil, but it was just sitting out here, so I'm going to use it. And I'm just going to glue this on here, right here, and it's going to keep that control panel pushed out, keep it from sitting flat against this. And it seems to be pushed out the right amount. I'm also going to try to get that scratch off the grill. Hopefully it's just a stain. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But as of right now, our units that we're going to be using will be this Kenmore, Carry Cool, the Keystone, and the Sharp. I was hoping that I would have another vintage unit, but I think this will be good enough for now. I thought about getting the air temp out, but I'm not going to go through the hassle of doing that. Maybe I might find another small vintage unit on Facebook Marketplace, which that would be nice. But this thing here feels good. I need to get a filter for it. It doesn't have a filter right now, but it's not too bad to get this clean, because all you have to do is spray a hose right in here, and all the dirt just falls off the coil and into the base fan, and it goes out in the drain holes in the back. I'm about to go pick up a stereo, so I'll show the outside of this unit again while it's working. And when I get back here, it should be about 5, and I'll take these units out. May or may not kick on the central, I don't know. I love how this Carry Cool looks, so not really decided which units are going to go where. I wanted to do this Carry Cool in my bedroom and possibly the Keystone somewhere else. I'm not really sure. Definitely like how the Carry Cool looks there. I wanted to do it in, I'm also thinking of doing the Carry Cool in that bedroom window, because that house over there, growing up, there was a Carry Cool in that window. I very faintly remember it, but I do remember there being a Carry Cool in that window growing up, and I'd like to try to recreate that, maybe. This thing here works just fine, too. For a modern piece of junk. It's a 2012. It's been used almost every year of its life since then. Except the past couple years, it's been taking a break. So it still works. This thing works too. Love the emblem on the back. These little Carry Cools have such a nice sound to them. What a nice little air conditioner. Got a pretty good stream of condensate dripping out of there too. And I drilled 3 drain holes in this one, so no more rust. And you can see it was starting to rust out there. I might have some spray paint over here that I can put on there to keep it from rusting out even more, but I'm not going to really try messing with that. And this thing's been on low fan all day, because this thing seems to work a lot better on low fan than on the higher fan settings. This one here is on high fan because I like the sound of it on high fan. That should be it, I guess. Why did I come back inside? I don't know. So it's a bit later. This unit is, I think, working now. I got some oil in the fan motor now, so hopefully it spins freely. Still looks really stiff, so let's see if it starts up. There it goes. But it still appears to be kind of stiff still. So I'm going to let it sit overnight, and then in the morning, I'm going to add some more oil to it and see how it goes. But yeah, this is the Kenmore. The other units have been taken out, by the way. The Hot Point and the Keystone. And I had this thing running a bit earlier, and it doesn't stall out on low speed anymore. It actually was running so much, it wasn't running for very long, but it was running enough to have a little bit of condensate there in the pan. So that's nice, I guess. And I'm not sure if I showed it already, I think I did, but it has a drain hole. Turn my flash on. You can feel a lot of heat coming out of here too. It feels so nice. And somehow, even though this isn't blowing directly at the coil, I'm feeling a bit of heat coming out of here too. It's ice cold coming out of here too. This unit cleaned up really well. Yeah, it doesn't really start up on medium or low. So it needs to start up on high first. So if it's on the energy saver function, it won't work if it's on low speed. Which is a shame because I tend to run my units on low speed. But this one I guess I'll run on high. Thermal overload. Turn that compressor, that thermostat off. Probably shouldn't be running it like that, but it's working now. I'd probably drip a bit more into there first. So. Yeah, very. My goal is to get it start up on all speeds. tonight. I'm going to let this thing set overnight, though. It's not going to rain, so I'm not really worried about anything getting into the fan, but it should hopefully be fine by tomorrow. I'm going to turn it off, too.